Touchdown in the den, so go tell a friend. The best podcast on earth's about to begin. We got jokes and news and movie reviews. After Dark NC-17 with the crew. Interviews with the best artists around. So like, comment, subscribe. The show's starting right now. Let's go. Like, comment, subscribe. The show's starting right now. It's your boy Marz, and we are back with another amazing episode. And the stellar guest continues as always. Today, here in the den, we have an artist. She's a hustler. She's an artist. She's the artist. She is the vibe queen. Welcome to the den.
Yes, sir.
Teyler.
Damn, I'm glad you caught that.
Yes, indeed. How are you doing, Teyler?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, man. Fantastic.
Great.
Thank you so much for carving out some time so we can have this conversation. I've been checking out your music. I do mean you're the vibe queen. You are a vibe. So we're very, very happy and gracious to have you here.
I would love to hear that.
Awesome. So one of the traditions here, not only am I a hip hop historian, not only am I the host of the 21st century, I'm a big nerd.
Yeah.
I'll tell the world I'm a big nerd. I love Marvel stuff. I love comic book stuff. I grew up on it. It's awesome, man. A tradition here, we always ask, every hero, every villain, every anti-hero has a origin story. Something that switched them from the mild-mannered person that they were to becoming the great artist that they are today. So what is your origin story? How did you go from pre-Teyler to where we are right now?
Pre-Teyler. So, like, are you talking about music-wise or in general?
Just general. We want the whole story.
Whole thing. So basically, where do I start? It's been a long ride. So yeah, I'm from Dallas. I moved to LA in August 2019. I had just turned 19. I was tired of being at home. It was boring as fuck. I felt like I knew everyone there. I did everything it was for me to do. I just started feeling complacent, and I wasn't making music at that point. I've always loved music, but ever since I was like younger, I've always been good at English. And then when I got older, I was just writing poetry. I actually have this blog up still with like all these poems that I wrote. And at the time, like the poetry and just writing in general was like what I used to like express myself. So it started kind of with that because I've always loved words, expressing myself, and poetry. Yeah, I fuck with that. I don't write as much poetry as much anymore, but that's where I just got into all the expressing myself using words. And as far as like I said, I moved when I was 19. And I had always thought about making music, but like because I was a writer, it was like I was like kind of blocking myself from even trying it because the fact that I was just thinking so like hard about it, like putting the words onto music, it just like I was overthinking it. And so like I was like, damn, like I could write all this shit, but trying to make it flow on some music just like scared me on some shit. So like I just didn't try it until like probably last year around November. I was just like, fuck it, like, let me just try it. If it's ass, I'll never do it again. So I'm like, shit, if it's trash, I won't do it. But we just gotta try it. So I just started writing down like random shit to my notepad on my phone, like when I would think about it. Cause I always like, in general, when I speak, like I always say things that people like want to tweet or like they say, I say a lot of catchy things or like, just people like what I say in general when I'm speaking. So I was like, the shit I be coming up with just on my head, like I'm gonna just write this shit down and see what happens. So I just started writing shit down that didn't even like go together necessarily. But I went to the studio with my friend. He's also from Dallas, but he lives in LA. And we basically took the notes I had and put it into a song, and we made Vibe, which was my first song I ever dropped. That was the first song I ever made, first song I ever recorded. And like, I don't know, a lot of people don't drop their first song. So I was like, shit.
That's a big fact. I've been dealing with artists literally since 1998.
Yeah.
I've been dealing with artists back when I was in college. I used to be on the SGA, and we would get the artists in to come and
Yeah.
perform for the school. And you're absolutely right. I would have never guessed that was your very first
like
song.
literally, it's later.
Definitely seasoned. Definitely seasoned.
Yeah, like let me find this. Got it. My bad. But yeah, so Vibe was my first song. And then from there, the thing is, like, I'm so versatile with everything that I create, not just music. But before I get into that, I'll just give you like a short summary of like how my life was 2 years, like the first 2 years in LA. So like when I first moved there, I didn't really know anybody. I think I knew like 2 people. So it was just kind of uncomfortable. The first like 6 months were really weird. And then I started getting into modeling out there. I was in a lot of music videos. So that was fire. I started meeting a lot of production in LA. So then I was like, I can't be in like videos forever. So I was just trying to figure out how I could make myself useful. So I started just getting connected with production and then casting. So now I have this talent agency that I run, mostly in LA, but like different locations too, where I'll like just book talent for like videos, commercials, just stuff like that. Anything I can get into. But yeah, so that's something I do. That's what I got started with when I moved out there, just getting tapped in, getting connected. But yeah, then just was like, fuck it, let me make a song. So yeah, I made that song. And like at first, I was like not really taking it serious because I was like, I want to make sure that like it's something I want to do before I invest myself and my time into it and other people's time too.
Right.
So yeah, I just after I made the song, I was like, damn, like I really didn't even say that much shit, but it was just I fucked with the process and like yeah, and the way that like my vocals and like everything has just got better in the past year even. It's just crazy. From my first vocals, I was uncomfortable as hell. I'm like shy, so recording around people that were helping me, it was just like I have to get used to them first. So yeah, it was just a bunch of shit because I was just used to writing. But yeah, I fuck with the process. I like making music. I like making art in general. So it's just a different form of art and like self expression. But yeah, man. And then pretty much past 2 years in LA. I just moved to Miami last month because LA is getting crazy right now. I can't do it.
Well, I think the globe is going crazy, and
It is, but it's like it's a whole spiritual warfare going on right now. But it's certain hot spots where it's like you can like stay out the way. I just can't because shit's gonna pop up, and I'm not trying to be there where you can't go nowhere.
I wholeheartedly agree, and I want to salute your bravery before we even continue because
Right,
even just the story, you coming at 19. When I was 19,
right.
I wanted to
Yeah,
move out to LA. I wanted to do stand up comedy,
man.
but my mom was like, "You're not that funny. You need to go ahead and get your college education," which
Right. But
delayed
my mom would
dreams.
be on the same type of time. Like I was just working jobs, like just saving as much money as I could. Like, but I was just basically miserable. But I just told my mom what I wanted to do for the longest she knew. But she would tell me like, you need to wait for this. You need to get established. You need to do this. You need to have this amount of money. You need to do this. And I wasn't hearing that shit because I'm a hard headed ass 19-year-old. I'm like, I'm gonna go. But my thing was I didn't want to like grow up and not try to do something and then I'm 30 and married and I'm wilding out because I didn't even just do what I needed to do. So I was just like, I should just try it because I'm not gonna live in regret. If anything goes wrong, my mom will give me a flight home. So I was just like, I have nothing to lose. I got no kids. I'm not dealing with nobody. So that's why it made sense for me to just go. And then like I wasn't even the most prepared. Like I was probably I don't even think I was prepared at all. Like I maybe left with like 5K or something. Yeah, I just stuck it out. I had a private room that I found off Airbnb for like the first 3 4 months. I planned on staying there for 6, but I couldn't deal with it. And by that time, shit, I was working. So I was just like, got my own shit from there. I just was chilling there, getting connected, working. So yeah, that's how it happened.
Well, the grind shows. To be so early in your career, the grind shows. So once again, huge salute. We love it. I love hearing that. I speak with a lot of young artists and I tell them, do not delay your dream. You have your whole life to be mediocre. If it doesn't work out, UPS is always hiring. You can do that at 35, but when you're at your youth, attack all your dreams. Attack.
Yeah.
Big that. Now, I love the hustle. You mentioned, and we were going to touch on that later, but let's talk about it now. You mentioned that you have and that's why I introduce you as a hustler, because I always do research with everyone I interview, and I see you have your photography game going on. I see you have your talent.
So
I peep everything. I'm not your average interviewer. I peep everything. So absolutely. So tell us about that. Is that something that you could see if you're a poet? Obviously, you're an artist, you're a photographer, you're a hustler. You get you help others with your talent. So if you weren't doing music, what do you think you would be doing right now?
Honestly, probably photography, something like that, or even just like doing the casting full time, because it's great for networking and stuff. The thing is, like, when I'm trying to like jungle all these things at one time, it's kind of a lot. So there's times when I have to focus on something more than the other. But yeah, basically I'm working on like trying to hire a team to take over the casting so they can do all the marketing for like other cities and take care of that, but yeah, it's like I can't do just one thing. Even with music, like I hate when people ask me like, am I a rapper? Am I a singer? Because I feel like I'm neither. Like when I first made my first song, like one of these directors I work with all the time asked me, because I told him that I dropped my song to go fuck with it. And he was like, oh, what kind of music do you make? And I was like, bro, I don't even make music. I make vibes. Like you either, you just gotta tap in. But yeah, he was laughing, but he knew that I was for real too. But yeah.
I love that.
I feel like it's versatile. I can't stick to one thing. I feel like I just have too much energy to put into anything that I want to do.
I don't think we're monolith. Yeah, as human beings, we're not monolith. And I tell people, just say my favorite term now is creative. I'm just a creative. Yeah. I'm just a creative. It could be rap on this song. I might be singing on this song. I might be crying on this song. I might scream.
All the songs that I have dropped, like basically are like some singy, like vibe, like type shit. But I have some shit that's rapping. And that shit's tough. Like, it's just a whole different vibe. And I feel like being versatile, like, I'd rather be versatile than try to put myself in a box, because then I'm not really creating to my full potential, because I got to block out this vibe or this vibe to try to stay in somebody's lane, But yeah.
So on your most recent project that you released, Forgotten Feelings, what team did you work with? Did you work with one specific team, or did you reach out to a multitude of producers? Who did you work with?
Oh man, it's a long story, but I'm gonna shorten it down for you. So basically, I think 2 of those songs, maybe even 3. Most of those songs I made, I think 3 out of them I made when I first started making music. So 3 of them are like kind of a year old. And this was like right after I made Vibe when I made those. So basically when I first started making music, I knew this engineer that my friend used to date. So off the top was like, okay, I'll hit you up. I already know who you are. So basically he turned it out being on some weird shit. This is another thing. Trying to be a female artist, like, especially when you don't know shit, they definitely gonna try to take advantage of shit, like just anything. And so I had a problem with him because, like, basically when it got time for him to send my stems, like, wasn't trying to send that hoe. So I'm like, damn, not one of these. Like, so long story short, I ended up going off on him at this party, telling everybody if they want their music, don't work with him and shit. I just spazzed out. But it was just like, okay, cool. So fast forward to like a couple months ago, like the whole time I've been knowing, been trying to organize the EP, and I actually wanted to drop that on my birthday, which was June 6th. So I wanted to do that, but it didn't end up getting done in time because just different things, and it wasn't ready how I thought it could be. So I was just like, let me just wait and put more thought into it. But I also had these MP3s on my fucking phone that I'm like, I don't want to waste them. You know, two of the songs I feel like, so Stay Down, like that song only has the first verse on it. Like it doesn't even have the second one. But I had played it around like a lot of my friends and like they all fuck with it. And like I'm not gonna go and re-record over an MP3. You know? It's just
Right.
like and it won't sound the same. You can't even so I was just like, I can't even do that. So it's like I gotta drop you as is or just like waste it when I know that it's a vibe. So I was just like, I just gotta organize these together because they all flow together, in my opinion. So yeah, basically that's what it was. But the songs like they are like I just fuck with music in general because also it's like a representation of like yourself at like that certain point in time, you know, and like situations you're going through, whatever it is. One thing about me is like I don't say anything like that's not real because I feel like I'm just a genuine ass person. So I can't be fucking rapping talking about I know people that like rap about shooting, but they don't shoot. They don't even have a gun. So it's like I could never get into that. So I just try to be like as real as I can with myself, with everybody else. But yeah.
Got the artist that said it. They said you only get writer's block when you're lying.
Right.
Because if you're just writing about your life, you have endless supply of material. Even if it's
Of
just
shit to talk about.
today, all I did was smoke and watch Adventure
Right.
Time
I
on
don't know if you
TV.
listen to Currency, but Currency is one of my favorite artists. All he do is talk about his life. It's hard.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, one thing I'm always curious because it's funny when you tell me, you know, you're like, oh yeah, I moved at 19, and I'm like, wow, that was many moons ago. As you can tell by the salt and pepper, I'm a bit of a veteran. I've been doing this for a while, but I'm
Yeah.
always curious if someone were to grab your iPhone right now, who are you listening to? Give me 2 or 3 artists that you're vibing to right now.
So the thing about me is like I actually listen to kind of like the same artist. I don't normally go out of my way and like try to find some new shit to listen to, and that's one of my problems. Maybe I don't know if it's a problem, but one of my favorite artists is Larry June. He on the top
Love,
3.
love
Um,
Larry Jones out the Bay. Shout out.
and Currency for sure. I just like kind of like smoking music. I like people that's real too, because I can't listen to shit like I said that I know is cat. That shit is just I can't listen to that shit because I'm like, damn, he's lying. He's not even like that. So it don't feel right listening to that shit. But yeah, those are my two. I fuck with a couple other people, but they're like those are always. And also Money Man, I fuck with him. I fuck with Davies. Was Wiz Khalifa. Um, Pretty much that's like top 5-ish. Yeah, I would say.
That's a hell of a
I
list.
obviously fuck with Future, but he be on Demon Time for real. So I just be trying to spell me.
Future is
Yeah.
probably 100% responsible for the amount of fuckboyness going
Right,
around.
it's Future high.
He's
There's
fuckboy
people
goals.
I've seen group chats with dudes that like are in group chats with like 30 guys and it's called like Future Hive and shit. I'm just like, bro, this is crazy. Like it's just a whole ass movement and they think that shit is cool. Hot boys and shit, they think that shit. Yeah.
It's hilarious to me. I love the music, but some of the stuff he talks about, I'm like, Jesus Christ! Like, just know it's entertainment. Don't model your lifestyle after that. It's not
Right,
going to work for you. He doesn't seem too happy some of the time. So, sometimes his music, I'm like,
right.
even though he may have the money and the women and everything, he seems really depressed, and I feel bad that I'm
It's
jamming
not
to it.
really happy days. More money, more problems. That's a fact.
Hey, rest in
That's
peace,
a fact.
Big. That is a quote. That is a word.
That's
Absolutely,
the word.
that is a word. Now, what other projects? I love Forgotten Feelings. I love your first single, Vibe. That was dope. So, for doing this for less than really 2 years, you've
Yeah.
already have an impressive body of work, and it's impressive that you did it during a pandemic. Right now,
Right.
it's amazing that anything gets out because we're just restricted.
Restricted, and LA too is just like locked down. They're just being dramatic as fuck about that shit. And I need a vaccine to go to the gym. It just was getting hectic the whole time, but it gave me like time to just, you know, chill and then work on my music and shit like that. But yeah,
it's definitely good taking advantage.
With the people I work with though, like, oh yeah, that's what I was going to tell you. So the first engineer I worked with, he ended up being on some weird shit. Then the second one, he would send me my shit, but he would also do like coke while he's working, and then he wouldn't focus. So I was like, bro, this is crazy. And like, I'm paying both of them. So I'm just like, I just feel like I shouldn't be dealing with this. So eventually I just went to working with my homeboys because I know they're not going to be on the weird shit. They're also going to teach me how to record myself. So now I record myself pretty much. So yeah, I've learned like a lot about recording because I wanted to learn how to record myself so I don't have to deal with that shit unless I'm trying to do something specific where I have to go into the studio. But yeah, it's been a long time, but I just learned how to record like 3-4 months ago. So I just been getting I just moved, so I just been in transition phase. I can't really focus on creating when I'm like transitioning vibes. That shit don't work. I just got settled, so really I'm about to just start locking in. It's about to be great.
We salute that, and I know when the feng shui is off, it's hard to be creative. You
can't think straight.
You can't think straight when there's chaos around. You need to get a little 420, maybe a little cold sip, get your mind straight, and then you're good to go.
Right.
So, being that you really are new, I don't want to say a rookie, but new to this game, and during the pandemic, well, you might be rookie of the year. Have you had an opportunity to get any performances out there, or that element of your music?
Crazy. When I was in LA, like there was like a lot of people that would be like, I think I've got like maybe like 5 offers or something. But this was like when I was still like, I just had started really. I feel like I'm not even like, I'm like not comfortable, but I just want to like, I feel like before I start performing, this is the goal right now, to put out different types of music. So how I say like I am versatile, I have shit that nobody's ever heard, but it's like a different vibe than the shit I already have. So they're not gonna expect it, but I want to have different vibes that people can listen to because not everybody is gonna like the shit I dropped on Forgotten Feelings. Not everybody's gonna like vibe. And then, you know, some people don't like that shit. They like more rap shit that make them move, shit they can play at the club, you know. So I just wanna like get into like different vibes before I start performing because I can't go to anybody's show and perform my shit because their shit is like them turned up. Feel me? So it would just be different vibes. Like, so yeah, I feel like that's what I'm trying to do right now. And also I'm about to drop like, I was supposed to drop this project with my homeboy that it's called The Matrix. And there's like 4 songs on it. It's like the dude, his name is Exclusive. Shout out Exclusive. But we have this project with these 4 songs, and I'm like, we gotta get them out. He's trying to like do a photo shoot for the cover and shit. I'm just like, bro, I think I'm just about to get some like cover art made because I feel like it can be some dope cartoon shit with like Matrix vibes, and like that's the cover. That shit sounds lit.
Perfect timing. Matrix 4 is coming out very soon. So and
it's a lot of stimulation vibes going on too. I feel like it's great timing. Like,
I think it's perfect timing. I feel like we're in a simulation sometimes when you see some of the things that are going on. Absolutely. So one game that we like to play because I could talk with you all day. You're cool as hell. But we got to get you your den mate stamp. So to get the den mate stamp, to be officially gang, to be affiliated with the Den.
Oh boy, it's a cult. I'm telling you,
we're not a cult. I'm not a cult leader, but your Kool-Aid is in the mail. No, no, we're a peace, love, unity, and respect community. So we're awesome, and we're so excited to invite you into the den, but you got to earn your stamp. And your game, we selected before because we play a little game to get it, is Musical Mount Rushmore. That's your game. So the setup is simple. The aliens have come. They're here on Earth and they came to you and they said, Taylor, we need 4 dope as fuck artists that we're going to put on this musical Mount Rushmore or we're going to blow the hell out of the earth. So it's on you. I need 4 dope artists. They could be alive or dead. They could be known or unknown. But we need 4 dope artists, and you can include yourself, that the aliens need to listen to keep us alive. So with that being said, it's on you. Who is on Teyler Leigh's musical Mount Rushmore?
So 1, definitely me, myself, gotta be on the list. Okay, so 2, my homeboy that made vibe with me. His music is so lit. It's a different vibe. Like his name is Heaven. So his music literally it just sounds like this is one of his things. He says sounds from above, and his shit really sound like that. Like it's just like I've never heard anything like it. So you gotta definitely tap in. It's Heaven Above All on Instagram, and then on Spotify, Heaven Above All. He just changed it to what the fuck?
Oh, there you go. You're back.
I don't know what happened. Did somebody call me?
Oh.
I don't know. Hold on. What happened? Somebody called me, but I thought it was on here.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, what the hell? I don't even have people on here. Let me turn the volume up because I can't hear you now. Let me see. Okay. Sheesh. Hold on. I can't hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
My shit is just quiet. Hold on. What the hell did I do? What the fuck? Sheesh. Okay, say something.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Got you. Okay, what the fuck? Is on some weird shit.
There we go. That's the beauty of Zoom. Oh.
All right.
All right.
I'm not touching this one anymore.
We're good. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, I can hear you.
All right, perfect.
So basically, what I was saying, Heaven Above All.
Heaven Above All. Shout out. We're going to check him out. Who else?
Also, I just spoke to my other homeboy. His name is Apollo. On Spotify, Apple Music, it's ITS Apollo. So it's Apollo. Definitely gotta check him out too. He's just like, I don't know, he's versatile too, but he also just got vibes. Who else can I think of? It's the last one. I'm trying to make sure it's a good one.
Got to be good. We don't want the earth to get blown up. We need it.
Right. Sheesh. Let me see. Oh, what is his name? How do you spell it? I need to look it up. Jubilee. Let me tell you. Jubilee. I'm gonna spell it. He is this artist from Dallas too. Now that I think about it, he's definitely fire. Okay, so you spell his name. It's Jubilee Valley. His last name Valley. So okay. Jubilee Valley. Fire.
That's 4. That's 4 vibes. So let's get this in. 5.
That's a lot. That's heavy though. Ooh.
That's heavy. That's heavy. That's a heavy list. They said we will survive. So you have single-handedly saved the universe with that list. So we appreciate that. That's dope. We have the insight. So we've learned about your story from moving from Dallas to LA. We've learned about your hustle. We've learned about your multifaceted abilities. And once again, I'm going to give you Rookie of the Year for coming out first song. I used to make music, and like you, I have to be authentic. So growing up in the era I did, hip hop was totally bang, bang, sell drugs, tempos, and that didn't work for me. I was like, I was a Boy Scout, so I had to put the mic down. I was like, I have both of my parents at the house. I can't. My mom would beat the hell out of me if I went out there talking about I shot so bad. So you are official, like a referee with a whistle. You are D.E.N affiliated. We love it. We love it. So the floor is yours. Let the world know where they can find you, your social media, your music projects, whatever you have going on. You've earned it. The floor is yours. I give it to you.
Got it. So basically, my Instagram, everything, all social media, all of my music is under my name. I wanted to keep it like this rather than have like an artist name that I could possibly grow out of, and then I'm trying to change my name. So I'm just trying to make it easier for me and everybody.
Yeah, you don't want to be little something when you hit 30. It doesn't really, you're like, you're a grown ass person. You still little this or young this?
Still something like, come on, you gotta switch it up. So basically, it's just my name. Everything. It's Teyler. It's Taylor. It's not Tyler. People just can't spell, but it's spelled different. 2 E's, no A, no O. And then Leigh is my middle name, so Leigh. So yeah, that's my Instagram, all social media. You can find my Spotify, Apple Music, really all platforms in my videos on YouTube. And then like I put my music on YouTube too, so it's everywhere.
Absolutely. So everywhere music is heard. It's on everywhere music is streamed, probably on the TikToks. I'm an old head, so I'm
Instagram stories too.
Instagram stories. Check her out. I've also added her single Vibe, as well as my favorite song on the LP, Caught My L Already.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that shit is tough.
I've added those 2 songs to our DITD radio playlist available on YouTube. So you're a featured artist there. So I want you guys to go on Spotify, go on Apple, go on YouTube, go on the TikTok, go on the Instagram, go on the Twitter machine, run it up, get those numbers up. I think, Teyler, you're a credible talent, and I see nothing but a bright future. You're so smart to go out there and strive for your dream and to get rid of the fuck boys and make sure you stand up for yourself. So I love that. I love a hustler. I appreciate that. And like I said, I've already put you on the group chat. That's very exclusive for the D.E.N mates. We have a ton of great artists to network with. So we hope to see you there soon. And as always, I thank you so much for coming and joining us here. It's been a pleasure. I love that conversation. So nothing but great things for you in the future. Check out our social media. We'll put, when this comes out in post, we'll have your stuff all over here, probably here, and maybe something will drop down right here. I like that. That's what we'll do. So thank you so much for joining us. It's been your boy Marz. It's Teyler Leigh. She's dope. Please check her out. And as always, deuces. All right. So like, comment, subscribe. The show's starting right now. Let's go. Like, comment, subscribe. The show's starting right now. This is your boy Marz, and you've been watching Down in the Den. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and continue to enjoy this interview with the incredible Teyler Leigh. Deuces.